What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy. Now, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about the other day. We talked about it on Late Night Mayhem, and I still think this is a good overall thing. I don't view it as a reactionary response to anything that Disney's doing. I see it more as a troll to Disney than anything else. And what am I talking about? Well, Daily Wire has announced a part of their new project, Bank Key, that they are going to be doing a film starring Brett Cooper as Snow White. So they're doing their own Snow White story. Now, again, I see this more as trolling Disney and everything like that versus actually doing anything with Disney, because a lot of people I think are forgetting the fact that Snow White was not originally a Disney story. It was a Brothers Grimm story. So it's open domain. It's in the public domain. Anybody can make this story. Anybody can interact with this story. Anybody can do whatever they want with this story. So yeah, we're just going to make a Snow White story starring Brett Cooper versus that garbage that Disney's been working on that who knows when that's going to come out. Anyways, a lot of people, rightfully so, are cautious. They might be excited. They might be curious of what's going on. And of course, because Daily Wire's doing this, we have people that are angry with it. So, the Daily Wire pivots to Disney remakes with Snow White. And what? The 7 incels. Mary Sue's big mad. Mary Sue being one of those shill sites. I think they're also in conjunction with like Kotaku and stuff like that. So you know where they already line up. They're big mad that Daily Wire is doing their version of a live action story of a Brothers Grimm tale. Now, before anybody starts thinking this, I do think it's more shot at Disney and everything like that. But there has been stories like Snow White and the Huntsman. That was a movie that came out a couple years ago. How long ago? Maybe about 10 years ago or something like that. You've had other depictions of Snow White, not just by Disney. So hold your horses on saying that this is a Disney remake. This isn't a Disney remake. This is their own interpretation. But let's see what they say, shall we? The Daily Wire is at it again, making movies that no one is going to watch. I'm curious about it, so I might watch. This time, the conservative digital publication has its own take on Snow White, titled Snow White and the Evil Queen. How original. Well, I mean, Disney's is literally just titled Snow White, which is just a remake of the animated Snow White, so it's more original than that. Just saying. The movie stars conservative YouTuber Brett Cooper, who was also an actress at one point. So we're already off to a great start. The teaser for the movie, which clocks in under a minute long, shows Snow White with a weird hairstyle walking among forest animals. Oh, okay. Instead of being normal about things, the team over at the Daily Wire decided that they want to go ahead and make their own live-action remake of the worst Disney princess movie ever. Oh, I should have read this beforehand. So, the worst Disney princess movie ever. It was one of the last-ditch efforts to potentially save Disney when it was being made. This was a fail. No, this was basically a make or break moment for Disney. Like, when you look into the actual story of the making of Snow White, it went way over budget, and if it failed, Disney would have died outright, and it succeeded majorly. This is their first animated show ever, just being Snow White. So calling it the worst, that already shows me where your mind's at. That you're just trying to diminish Disney's original Snow White, which should be helmed as one of the greatest achievements in animation yet. Basically pioneering a new format for animation as a whole. And on top of that, you're still failing to realize that Snow White's a Brothers Grimm story, not a Disney story. Disney just made it because it was public domain. It's been public domain for decades, maybe centuries. Like, it's several hundred years old, darling. I guess they just could not handle it with Rachel Zegler rightfully pointed out that not everyone is a fan of Snow White. But anyway, it's happening, and this trailer is, well, it's something. It's very simple. It's straight to the point, tells you what you need to know, and also looks better than anything Disney's put out for Snow White because they still haven't done anything, and the movie was supposed to come out next year. Highly doubt that's going to happen. But also, Rachel Zegler, when she began talking about doing Snow White, she said she was a fan of the project. Remember that. She outright came out and said, I was a fan of the property. It was very important to me growing up. Okay? It's a very important to Latina girls with Snow White. There's this massive connection, so it's important to me. Now she's coming out, and we have been catching her saying she was never a fan and she never liked this stuff. Okay? No, Rachel Zegler is a hypocrite and nothing more than a Hollywood weirdo. Okay, let's continue on. The trailer looks like a crappy episode of a Once Upon a Time derogatory and is just bad. No, I've played the trailer on here multiple times, but you know what? Let's play it again, shall we?
Once upon a time.
I like that. Natural viewings, nature shots, apples. A possible CGI squirrel, I still don't know. Real deer. Ben Shapiro in a wig. I'm sorry. I can't quit seeing that. But okay, it looks simple enough, and I like the music. I like the score. I like everything that they have set up for this so far. So crapping on it is kind of weird because there's nothing really to crap on, but they have to hate it just to hate it. And it's just bad. That's all you have to say. It's just bad. It looks like a bad Once Upon a Time episode, and it's just bad. Why? Because I can point to you to why I like this. I like the natural shots. I like the score. I like the fact that there's a squirrel. And we did this on Late Night Mayhem, where we actually argued, is it CGI or is it real? I like that fact. You have just a beautiful scenery. They're actually in a forest. They're not using volume. And also the score. I go back to the score. The score is good. And also, you know, yeah, okay, maybe get a different hairdo. But Brett Cooper looks good as Snow White. She looks like an accurate Snow White. But okay. It's just bad. If you were wondering if anyone at the Daily Wire actually knows what Snow White is about, don't worry. They don't. What? I'm pretty sure they know what it is, considering they all kept talking about the Brothers Grimm storyline, you know, the original storyline, the Germanic storyline, and the fact that she's called Snow White because her skin is white as snow, you know. And an announcement to the staff, Jeremy Boring said, it's a story about a princess and a prince, about beauty and vanity, about love and its power to raise us from death to life. It's our own adaptation of an ancient fairy tale. None of that is actually true. Wait, what? No, it is. Quite literally, it is. It is a story about a prince and a princess. Well, princesses and prince. It's about beauty and vanity. The queen was so vain, she was so jealous that she wanted to off Snow White. That was a whole plot point. And yes, love brought her back from death. That is quite literally what the story is about. But okay, before we get into that, here is Boring talking about the future of the Daily Wire while Disney. Oh, we already talked about that. But let's see. What's this part? What are the dwarves going to be? Incels? The themes that Jeremy Boring, fine boring, God, you are really boring, lays out aren't actually the themes of the story, which is the beauty and vanity does not overpower love, and that love can conquer all. Not that it can effing raise the dead, my guy. No. These people don't even know what they're talking about anymore. It is love that conquers all. Yes, that's the same thing, that love can raise the dead. You don't even know what you're talking about. But the point is, literally, Snow White was basically dead. She was pronounced dead, and the prince's kiss brought her back to life. Mike, what the hell? Sounds like you don't know what this is, but okay. Not that it can effing raise the dead, my guy. What I have questions about is this. Since this is a Daily Wire and the Seven Dwarves going to be like dude bros, are they going to be really into Andrew Tate? Is the huntsman going to be Matt Gaetz? Because Snow White is technically just a teenager. That gets into some BS, actually stuff that was been proven false, mind you, actually not accurate one little bit, but okay, continue that narrative. The fact that the Daily Wire did this is as their flex and then released the teaser as if it's good really is baffling. Snow White has a weird rat tail ponytail. I'll give her that. The hair needs to be better. What are we doing here? And all because Zegler made fun of the most boring princess known to man. Wow. Okay, so this is where I'm going to end this, okay? Because I'm done reading this garbage. If you're just mad that they're going after, you're mad that they have taken a shot across the bow at your beloved Disney. But the thing is, the way you're writing about this, it tells me you don't care about Snow White whatsoever. You're just mad that Daily Wire is doing something that is actually impactful, that actually shows a better version of Snow White, a more accurate telling to possibly the Brothers Grimm. Because I keep bringing that up because that is what both Jeremy and Brett Cooper kept pointing out: the Brothers Grimm storyline, not today the Disney storyline. Also, is it? You just don't care. You already don't like Snow White. That's why you're constantly calling it boring and everything else. Me, I like it. I grew up watching it. I had it on VHS. I might still have it around here somewhere. I don't remember. I liked it. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest thing ever. But also what it represents is something fantastic in the world of animation, and you don't even care. But you're mad that Daily Wire is making a show. That's all that this boils down to, is that these weirdos are mad that Daily Wire is making something that actually possibly has impact, and Disney's is gonna fall flat. Because mind you, we have barely seen anything from Disney. We've only seen Rachel Zegler in a dress, Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot promoting it in a very awful manner, mind you, and it has actually been turning people away from it period. So, okay, Mary Sue, continue living in your weird life that ultimately will fall apart because nobody really listens to you or cares anymore. So, on that note, guys, let me get your thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And please check out my sponsor, Coffee Brand Coffee. What's going on, guys? Listen, I don't know about you, but I like to indulge in some of the liquids of fun times, okay? And oftentimes I wake up the next day with a headache and stuff like that. And to be honest, the only way that truly helps cure these morning blues, as I would call them, would be coffee. And you know who puts out good coffee, guys? CoffeeBrandCoffee.com. Listen, Coffee Brand Coffee is an American-based company. It was founded by the Quartering. He's going out there. He just wants to sell you coffee. He doesn't want to sell you a political opinion. He doesn't care what your politicals are. He doesn't even care what your cultural opinions are, okay? He just wants to come out here and sell good American coffee sourced here in the States. It is all fantastic and amazing. You have 4,000 verified reviews. Most of them are 5-star, 4-star. People are loving this, and I don't blame them, because when you take a look at some of these flavors, you got bourbon flavored coffee. God dang, that sounds amazing. You got gunpowder green tea. I like the boom boom sticks and I want to know what's going on right there. And when I drink CoCo, I haven't drank it in a while due to the keto diet, trying to lose some weight. But when I do drink CoCo or anything like that, I like some sweetness, I like some richness, and I like some enjoyability in my CoCo. That's why I'm taking a look over here at this rich caramel CoCo. I mean, just think of how amazing it is. And guys, if you go to Coffee Brand Coffee, which links will be in the description down below, you can use coupon code BACKTACO, one word, BACKTACO, and you can get 10% off your purchase. That's coffeebrandcoffee.com, coupon code BACKTACO.